Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I will be explaining to you why I think ASL is important. So first of all, don't make such a big deal about deaf people because they're the same way you are. Because they can drive, they can read, they can do the same stuff that you can except hear. But the neat thing about them is they have a different way of communicating, and that can actually make people learn more. Another reason why I think learning ASL is important is because you may run into a deaf person in your life and then you may need to communicate with them. And that's a good thing because if you run into a person and need to communicate with them and you don't know sign language, that's a bad thing. So there's actually more people than you think in America that are deaf because there's 11 million, I researched this, 11 million in America that are deaf. And imagine there may be more, and there is more in the world if it's just 11 million in America. So that's a lot of people. So that's another reason why you may run into a person and need to communicate with them. So if you're trying to get a deaf person's attention, like if it's just you and a deaf person, don't be like, well, first you have to be like, maybe you could just tap their shoulder or just kind of like, hey, or you can like tap the table. Not too gentle, but a little bit like that I can feel the vibration kind of the table. But don't do like doing it right in front of their face or like punching their shoulder or like punching the table. Don't do anything like that because that may be annoying, or I bet it is annoying. But don't do it like that, but just like tap their shoulder, kind of wave a little, or you could just tap the table. But if it's a big group of people or an audience, then what I'll do is probably just turn out the light and turn it back on, just flash the light. So that's how you get a deaf person's attention, or a whole audience. So if you're in a conversation with a deaf person and you look away or something, that's kind of rude to do because they don't know why you're looking away. Like if you're just like they're signing and you're just in la la land kind of. For example, like if you hear a knock on the door or the phone rings or something, don't just look away and just go towards the phone or whatever. Because like if you're just like looking like blah blah blah, like I'm not paying attention, that person may be thinking like, am I boring to you, and why are you just, I'm trying to sign to you. But if your phone rings or if you have a knock on your door or something, then you're just say hold on, and then say the reason why you're going away or looking to one spot. So explain why you are turning away. So if a deaf person is watching a video or a movie or something, then always put on the closed captions, because that way they actually know what's going on, and that would actually be very, very helpful to them. So put on the closed captions when a deaf person is watching a movie or a video. So when you're in a conversation with someone, don't like look down on them or like they're smaller than you. I mean, like, because they're deaf, you're like signing to them, like looking down at them, because that's rude. And like I said, they're the same way you are. They just can't hear, that's all. So don't like make like eye contact, like going down on them. You do have to make eye contact. That's an important thing. But just don't like look down on them in a certain way, So this is a common sign that you might need to use like sometime in your life if you run into a deaf person. So first of all is hello. Hello. Just like that. Hello. Your hand is just like this, just coming out from the side of your head. Hello. Hello. Then how are you? You just do how you. How you. Remember, like, it doesn't have to be the exact sign. There isn't a sign for, like, all these tiny little words like as if, da, 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 like all those teeny bitty words. If it's an and, if there's a word and in it, you just do a shoulder shift. Like, for example, do you want chocolate or hot chocolate, which, or like if you're saying or and in it, then you do a shoulder shift. So there's that, but you don't have to do the exact sign for every single word that's in there. So how are you? How you? So hello, how you? And make sure your eyebrows going down because you're asking a question. If you're expecting a yes or no question, you put your eyebrows up. So yeah, if you're asking a question like something else, and like, how are you? Or like, you okay? Then those are when the eyebrows go up. Then the sign for good and bad. Good, good. Your hand is coming from the chin, coming down to your hand. Good. And then bad is that. You can shake your head at the same time too. It's just like the sign good, but you flip it over because good and bad can make a big difference. So I'm good. I'm doing bad. And then the sign for yes and no. Yes. Yes. It's just like your head nodding. Yes. Then no. No. So I hope y'all really enjoyed that video about why I think ASL is important. And I hope to see y'all soon. Bye.